Hi everyone, welcome once again to our podcast, oKGo. This is Carla's and Gabby's podcast, and today's topic is about schools, but schools only for girls. In maybe you don't know, but Gabby and I studied in a school that it was only for girls. We both studied in kind of the same name of school, but it wasn't the same. She was in Zone 16 and I was on El Naranjo. So today we want to share with you our experiences about the uniform and how we felt staying in a school that it was only for girls. In my case, I studied in that school my whole life, and in the case of Gabby, she studied before in a school that it was for boys and girls. So let's start. Gabby, share with us your experience with the uniform and how was it?
Yes, in my case, the uniform, we, for all my life in school, I wore a skirt, and it's something that I liked. To be honest, I liked my uniform. It was comfortable, and the uniform was white socks, then the brown skirt, and the sweater was yellow. And I really liked, I really liked the sweater because my favorite color is yellow. So I wore my favorite color, and also the shoes were brown. And I really liked my uniform because it's something that can help to identify you. Or yes, and we used the same thing. And also I consider that use wear uniform is something really important, because in my case, I remember that teachers were so strict about the uniform. They always checked the large of the skirt, and
Yeah.
also that the socks were like clean. The same thing with the sweater. So I consider that maybe in that time we couldn't see the importance to wear the uniform very well until that we grow up and we want to apply for a job, or we start working in a place. Because, for example, in an interview, it is very important to care about our dress code and be like with the wearing a correct way also, because the interviewer, they see everything, since your shoes until your hair and
Yeah.
everything. So the importance to know that be careful with those maybe little things that maybe we couldn't see the importance until we grow up and we are working in a job in a company, or we are applying for a job, and those little things. So I feel grateful for that, because I remember that the teacher always reminded us the importance to dress very well the uniform. And for example, when we have a like an extracurricular activity, like go to a place or something like that, the teachers always reminded us to wear the uniform correctly and respect that,
You
because
are
we
representing the school, right?
uh, we we were representing the school. We have the logo and everything. And also when we they always gave us the advice that we need to remember that even we are not in school, and we were wearing the uniform, we needed to remember that we have the logo and
Yeah.
everything. So respect that. And it's the same thing in a company, that, for example, some people just wear uniform in a company, and they have the logo of of the company. So the importance to be first respectful about it, and also remember the importance that we are wearing a uniform, and it's something that not only represents the person, it's also the face of a company, for example.
Mhm.
So for that reason, I feel grateful for those things that my teachers taught me in school, that the importance to wear correctly the uniform and respect the uniform. And yes, I can say that I really liked my uniform. It's something that I felt comfortable, and I think that is something that represents us.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that when I was in my school, they didn't allow us to wear yellow and red. But that's because, as you can see on the logo, that was the colors of your school. And I don't know why or what happened, but the families that build the schools, they were fighting for a reason that I never knew. But they didn't allow us to wear red and yellow. We only could wear brown and beige or white or some other color, but not, especially not those, because they were like, no, this is for Song 16. And I was like, okay, okay, okay. I mean, I like it how it looks, don't get mad at me. But it was really, really interesting that. So yeah, I agree that those colors actually really represent that school, or maybe because the teachers or the professor told me that all the time. I'm like, yeah, those colors are from Zone 16, you know. But well, you tell that your favorite thing about the uniform or your uniform was the color yellow on the sweater. But what was your least favorite thing?
Yes, I think that my least favorite thing is, and you mentioned about the colors. In our case, we have like the same code of the dress code. Like for example, if you see in the picture, the accessories of the girls are, most of them you wear white, the accessories. We needed to use white and brown, for example, and that is the thing that I didn't like, that only we need to use accessories only white and brown. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
Only the girl has something pink, but at the same time she wears something white. But
white.
yes, what is the thing that I didn't like, that only we needed to use something brown or white that have like the combination with the uniform, because then I don't have complaints about it, because I like the sweater, the skirt, the socks, and the shoes were brown. So I really like it. And about your uniform, did you like all the things?
Ah, that's complicated because I used to like my uniform how it was before, but well, when I started in this school, I used to wear a skirt too. It was a skirt, the socks, the sweater, and the blouse. The blouse, it was white shirt too, and I really like it because it was cute. It was nice. But at the same time, since I was a kid, I like to run and I like to play a lot. And for me, it didn't represent a problem to open my legs because I was around girls. So it was like, there's nothing you don't know. I mean, for me, it wasn't a problem, but the teachers all the time were like, oh, you need to sit in a certain way, you need to walk in a certain way, or you need to control your legs or something like that. And I get it now. I mean, they had a point, definitely, because that you have to be conscious and careful with what are you showing, even if there are only girls around. But I remember that I used to wear a short under my skirt all the time because I knew myself and I knew that I was going to show more than my skirt. So I remember that I used to wear a short under the skirt. But then they changed the uniform and they put pants and a shirt that it was like a polo. And I mean, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. It was like a 50-50 because the thing that I really liked it was the sweater. It was really really soft. I was surprised by that because the sweater that we used to have before it was really thin and didn't cover you at all. And in this zone it's really cold on in the morning, so I remember that I needed to wear something else, but they didn't want to you wear something else that it wasn't from the school, so it was a problem. So when they changed uniforms, they put this sweater, and I love it because it was soft, and I like the color. I like the way they put the name of the school, and yeah, the sweater I really like it. But the pants, I hate it. The pants, it was something that I didn't like it at all. It was really thin, and it was like I don't know. It feels weird. It wasn't soft. It wasn't smooth. It was the total opposite. So I just didn't like the pants, but the part that it was the shirt, the t-shirt and the sweater, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed it. They were comfortable. They were like casual. So.
Yes, so something that I like of your uniform is this hoodie, the sweater, and
Mhm.
yes, that's true. It says sagrado.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Actually, I really like that. I don't know
Uh,
who was the idea, but it was really thick and warm from the inside. So it was like, ah, yeah, this is what I need. So I really like that. And it has pockets, and I love pockets because they are really useful. So I love that. But it was the only good part of that. The rest, not so much. Well, you know what? I like that because I was wearing a pants. They can see my socks, the color of my socks, because sometimes I didn't have white clean socks, and I was like, "I damn it." So I remember that I used to wear black socks or brown, or I there were times that I wear pink and green color socks, and because of the pants and the type of shoe you didn't notice. But
mhm.
if they were like I'm going to check the uniform, and they were like, show me your socks. Sorry. But but I like that because I used to not like, well, I don't know, I think it's for this reason that I don't like to wear white socks, because I have like a trauma now that I think about it. But for the rest, I like it. I know that they changed the uniform now, and now they are wearing red, which is weird for me because as I was telling you, for me red is for zone 16, and now they are using red, and it's like, what? What context, please? What happened here? But yeah.
Yes, yes, because I remember that we only wore a hoodie when was our senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just for that. And it was like only we have the permission to wear the hoodie just because it was our last year. Or for example, also when I was in tercero básico, I wore a hoodie. But yes, I consider that it could be like I really like about this the hoodie because some days were very cold days. So in that moment, I wish I couldn't wear a skirt because it was a cold day.
Yeah.
And yes, in that moment, I preferred to use the uniform of physical education. And yes, that's true. Our uniform of physical education was red.
Yeah,
was red and the t-shirt was white and the pants and the sweater were red.
yeah, I remember that I used to like that uniform because the color is really nice. I used to have my past uniform of physical education. It was black, which is weird now that
Yeah.
I think about it. But it was beautiful, beautiful. Really, everyone loves it. And when they change it, everyone hates the new one. And not because it was ugly, it is because the other one it was amazing and it was like really thick, so you can actually run in that, and it wasn't a problem. But then they changed to brown, and it was good, but not as good as the other one. So it was sad. But well, we're running out of time. But maybe on the next episode we could talk about the rules about nails and the hair. I know that in girls' school it's kind of different. I mean, you can actually wear long hair, but it's not like on the boys. They need to wear short hair. We could wear long hair or maybe short. I remember that it was okay for me, but about dyeing their hair or something else, it was a topic in my school, and I guess that in your school it was the same. So maybe we could share that the next episode.
Yes, yes, in my school was the same, that it was like very strict about someone who dies um her her and also the nails. So yes, I agree, and we can talk about it in the next episode.
Okay, well, thank you for all the people who are listening, and if you're watching this, leave your comments if you like we put images or if you prefer just our voice. Okay, thank you, bye.
Thank you.